Hello children, and welcome to the class of mathematics. Chapter number 4, Quadratic Equations, we have already completed. But today is a class wherein I am going to take some of these examples which have already come in the previous year's papers. So this is just a practice for you. Please check out all the sums carefully and find out whether you can solve it. So here is the first sum. Find the roots of the equation x square minus 3x minus m in the bracket m plus 3 is equal to 0, where m is a constant. Now if you read the sum carefully, they have not mentioned any method. They have not mentioned that you have to solve it either by a formula method or the factorization method. So that's all up to you. And whenever the method is not mentioned, it is always advisable to make use of the formula method because the chances of getting the sum correct is more in that case. So this is what is the equation given to us, and when we compare it with the standard form, we get the value of a as 1, b is minus 3 and c is minus m in the bracket m plus 3. Our first step is always to find the value of discriminant. We will do that. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac and it is denoted by letter capital D. So let us substitute the values. B square is minus 3 the whole square, minus 4 into a is 1 and c is minus m in the bracket m plus 3. Let's write this down and solve it. So minus 3 the whole square is 9, minus minus will become plus 4m in the bracket m plus 3. So we can write it like this: 4m square plus 4 3s are 12m plus 9. And children, if you can just recollect the identity a plus b the whole square and try putting the value which we have got for capital D into the identity, we will observe that this is the expansion of the identity 2m plus 3 the whole square. If you expand 2m plus 3 the whole square by using the formula a plus b the whole square, we will get 4m square plus 12m plus 9. So in place of that 4m square plus 12m plus 9, we have written 2m plus 3 the whole square, and this is our value of D. Now to find the roots, we have the formula x is equal to minus b plus minus square root d upon 2a. And we have calculated, or we have written the values of a, b and c in this manner: a as 1, b as minus 3 and c as minus m in the bracket m plus 3. Let us now substitute the values, and we have also calculated the value of capital D. So once we substitute the values, we can write it like this: x is equal to minus b, so minus of minus 3 plus minus, and D, value of D we have calculated as 2m plus 3 the whole square. So we will write that under square root sign upon 2 into 1. Let us simplify this. So minus minus will become plus. So 3 plus minus 2m plus 3 the whole square in square root sign. And if we take that out from the square root sign, we will get 2m plus 3 upon 2. So 3 plus 2m plus 3 upon 2, or 3 minus 2m minus 3 upon 2. Alright, because 3 plus minus, so one value will be with plus and one value will be with minus. And since there is a bracket there, you need to check out that how you are going to change the signs. So what do we get? We get 6 plus 2m upon 2. And from that, if we take 2 common, so we get 2 in the bracket m plus 3 upon 2, and 2 we have cancelled. Or we get x is equal to minus 2m upon 2. Again we have cancelled this 2. So what are we left with? X is equal to m plus 3 or x is equal to minus m. These are the roots of given quadratic equation. Children, if you take pen and paper and start solving it, you will have more confidence that you are getting the values. So the way I am reading here steps, I want all of you to write down the steps so that all the previous years questions will be there with you in one glance. Alright, so we will move to the next question. This is the second question. If 1 is the root of the equation ay square plus ay plus 3 is equal to 0 and y square plus y plus b is equal to 0, then find the value of ab. Now you are given two equations, and for both the equation 1 is the root. So that means 1 satisfies both the equation. So this is what is our first equation, and we are given that 1 is the root of given equation. So this 1 will satisfy the equation. So in place of y, what will we write? We will write 1 in place of y. So our equation will change to a 1 square plus a into 1 plus 3 is equal to 0. So we get 2a plus 3 is equal to 0, and this will give us the value of a, which is minus 3 upon 2. Now let's take this second equation, and our second equation is y square plus y plus b, and if we substitute 1 in place of y, we get b is equal to minus 2. We have got the value of a, we have got the value of b, but what we need to find out? We have to find out value of ab. So we will write, therefore ab is equal to minus 3 upon 2 into minus 2. This 2 you can cancel, so you are left with minus 3 into minus 1, that is plus 3. So the value of AB is 3. Alright, this is how you have to find the answer. Okay, let's move to the next sum. Look at the sum. If the quadratic equation px square minus 2 root 5 px plus 15 is equal to 0 has two equal roots, then find the value of p. Can you recollect, children? Two equal roots means what is the condition for the discriminant? Two equal roots means discriminant must be 0. So first we need to find out the discriminant and equate that is equal to 0, and we will get the value of p. So always keep in mind that such type of question of find the value of p and find the value of some other alphabets when you are given the condition that roots are equal, such type of sums are always there in the exam. So that is the reason such sums are repeating always, except for they are changing the values in the equation, but otherwise the language of the sum remain the same. Okay, so let's do. We are given the quadratic equation as px square minus 2 root 5p into x plus 15. We need to compare this with the standard form so that we can find the value of a, b and c. So we get a is equal to p, b is equal to minus 2 root 5p, and c is 15. You have to be very careful that p is not variable here. The variable is x. P is a term, constant term. So minus 2 root 5p is the value of p. Now since equation has two equal roots, so the condition is the discriminant is 0, and so we will have b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Let us substitute the values now. B square, so minus 2 root 5p the whole square minus 4 into p into 15. This will be 4ac. So let us do it. Let us substitute the values. So we get minus 2 root 5p the whole square minus 4 into p into 15 is equal to 0. And what will we get? See now, minus 2 the whole square is plus 4. Root 2 root 5 and its square. So 2 square. 2 square is 4. Root 5 square is 5. So 5 4s are 20. We get 20. Okay. But here in this sum I have written stepwise. Look over here. Minus 2 the whole square is 4. Multiplied by square root 5 the whole square is 5, and p the whole square minus 15 fours are 60p is equal to 0. So ultimately what we are getting? We are getting 20p square minus 60p is equal to 0. Okay, so this 1p we can cancel. So we are left with p is equal to 60 upon 20 and 60 upon 20 is 3. So the value of p is 3. We were asked to find out the value of p and the condition was the quadratic equation has equal roots. So we use the condition b is equal to 0 and we got the value of p. Alright children, so let's see the next type of sum, and I think most of the sums will be like this only. Find the value of p if roots are equal, something like that. Let's check out with the next sum. So the next sum is this: find the values of k so that the quadratic equation 2x square plus kx plus 3 is equal to 0 has equal roots. Look at that. Again the same sum. And this is like every year it is coming. I have taken the sums from 2013 till 2019 and I could make out that the same type of sums are repeating always. So let us start doing the sum. 2x square plus kx plus 3 is equal to 0 is the equation given to us. We will compare it with the standard form and get the values of a, b and c. So a is 2, b is k and c is 3. Since the roots are equal, that means discriminant is equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So k square minus 4 into 2 into 3 is 0. So we get k square minus 24 is equal to 0. That will give us k square is equal to 24 and therefore k is equal to plus minus 2 root 6. This is the value. Alright, since it is a quadratic equation, both the values are accepted. So k has two values, either plus 2 root 6 or minus 2 root 6. Clear everyone? Okay, so let's move to the next sum. Look at this. Solve for x. Meaning is you have to find the value of x. 36x square minus 12ax plus a square minus b square in the bracket it's given, that is equal to 0. Now you have got two options. Either you rearrange the terms and solve it by factorization, or you can solve it by formula method. If you go by formula method, your sum will go pretty lengthy because value of a is 36 and b square minus 4ac will come a huge term. Let us see how I have solved this. So this is what is the equation given to us. I have rearranged the terms and I have written it in this manner. 36x square minus 12ax plus a square I have taken in the first bracket and I have left this minus b square outside the bracket is equal to 0. But after doing this, I have not changed the original equation. Only the clubbing of the terms I have taken in different manner. Why is it so? This is to make the sum simple. Now when you are solving the sum, children, in fact this should also strike in your mind as to what you have to do, and that is possible only if you keep practicing different types of sums. Now do you have any guess as to why I did this? I can give you one hint that I am going to make use of one identity here so that I can make use of the formula a square minus b square. Which is that identity? I think you must be thinking about it and it must have struck in your mind. So I can write the the part of the equation which I have clubbed in one bracket as 36x square. I can write 6x the whole square. 12ax I can write in the form 2 into 6x into a and a the whole square minus b square as it is. This I have done because I am making use of the identity a plus b the whole square, and our equation is 6x minus a the whole square. Sorry, I have made use of the identity a minus b the whole square. So when you expand 6x minus a the whole square, what you get is 36x squared minus 12ax plus a squared. And the next term, as it is minus b squared, now you can see our equation is in the form a square minus b square, and the sum which is looking very complicated has become very easy because I will make use of the formula a plus b, a minus b. So let's do that. 6x minus a plus b is equal to 0, or 6x minus a minus b is equal to 0. So after solving it, I get 6x is equal to a minus b, or 6x is equal to a plus b. So x is equal to a minus b upon 6, or x is equal to a plus b upon 6. So please just check out the sum once again, try to solve it on your own, and try putting up or clubbing the terms in such a manner that something you get out of that and you can make a use of simple identities for that and make your sum simple. Okay, let's move to the next sum. Look at this. Solve the following quadratic equation for x. That means we need to find out the value of x. Your choice, either formula method or factorization method. This is what is our equation. And if I want to solve it by factorization method, I have to multiply first and the last term. And the multiplication will give me 4 root 3 multiplied by minus 2 root 3, and that is equal to minus 24. I have to factorize this minus 24 in such a manner that sum of the factors should be plus 5 and product of the factors should be minus 24. So my factors are 8 3s are 24, but one factor has to be negative because the product should be minus 24. Now which factor should be minus negative factor? That you can just check out from the middle term. Our middle term is plus 5 and the sign of the middle term should go to the greater factor. Our greater factor is 8. So 8 has to be positive and 3 should be negative, and 8 into minus 3 is minus 24. Alright, so let's write down now. So 4 root 3x squared plus 8x minus 3x minus 2 root 3 is equal to 0. Now again I have got 4 terms, so I'll club two terms together. From the first 2 terms I'll take 4x common, so in the bracket you get root 3x plus 2. From the next 2 terms I'll take minus square root 3 common, so in the bracket you get square root 3 plus 2, and that is equal to 0. I told you that the 2 brackets always remain the same. So in case if you have any doubt with the signs, please make sure what is the sign in the first bracket and accordingly you can write the signs. So now we get 4x minus root 3 and root 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So its meaning is square root 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, or 4x minus root 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2 upon root 3, or x is equal to root 3 upon 4. Alright children, so this is how you have to solve the sum. Okay, now this is another sum. There are variety of sums children. I mean if you decide that you need to practice different types of sums, there are so many sums for you to practice. You should be ready. That is the main thing. Okay, let's see this. If minus 5 is the root of quadratic equation 2x square plus px minus 15 is equal to 0, and the quadratic equation p in the bracket x square plus x plus k is equal to 0 has equal roots, find the value of k. Now see, minus 5 is the root of the first equation. So from the first equation we can get the value of p. From the second equation we are given the condition that the roots are equal. So we will make use of the condition discriminant is equal to 0. We will substitute the value of p there and then we can find the value of k. Just check out how we are going to go about it. See, this is what is our first equation, 2x square plus px minus 15 is equal to 0. Now minus 5 is given as the root of the given equation. So we will substitute minus 5 in place of x. So we get 2 in the bracket minus 5 square plus p into minus 5 minus 15 is equal to 0. So we get 2 into 25 minus 5p minus 15 is equal to 0. So 50 minus 15 is equal to 5p. I have shifted this 5p to the right side. We get 35 is equal to 5p, and therefore the value of p is 7. Now this value of p we will use in the second equation as well. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see how we have solved. This is what is the second equation. P, I have multiplied this p with the bracket, so px square plus px plus k is equal to 0. But p is 7, which we have just calculated. So by substituting the value of p as 7, we get 7x square plus 7x plus k is equal to 0. Now for this equation, we are given the condition that the roots of this equation are equal roots. So discriminant should be 0. So let's first find out the values of a, b and c. A is 7, b is 7 and c is k. Alright, since the equation has two equal roots, so d is equal to 0. That means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Substitute the values. So 7 square minus 4 into 7 into k is equal to 0. We get 49 minus 28k is equal to 0. So k is equal to 49 upon 28. You can reduce it to lower term and you get the value of k as 7 upon 4. Clear, children? So such type of sums they may ask for 3 marks. Two equations are given. Both the equations are related to each other. From the first equation you can find the value of p. Substitute that into the second equation. Use the condition which is given to you. Solve it further. You get the value of k. Alright. So this is all. And along with this, these are the sums which is for your practice. This 5 sums you have to solve in your notebook. It is compulsory. Everybody will solve it. Answers are also given so that you can cross check whether your answers are correct or not. These are all the questions which have come in the CBSE board examination in the earlier years. So if you are able to solve it, that means you are able to solve the paper. Alright, children. So we will stop for today. See you all in the next video lesson. Until then, please solve all the sums in the notebook. Bye and take care.